gamers, this is Tortoise the Gray. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon Yellow Dice Lock. Today we are picking up where we left off last week in Lavender Town. We made it through Rock Tunnel, and we are going to be heading... we're actually going to be skipping Lavender Town for the moment, except for one very important thing, which we didn't do last week. And I haven't done anything since last week, because I forgot to do this. But we need to do a roll in Lavender Town before we head out. We are going to be heading west? We're going to Celadon today. We're gonna head through the routes in between Celadon and stuff, do a couple rolls, do a couple of catches, and then we're going to knock out Celadon surrounding areas. And then I think next week we're probably going to go ahead and take on the... Team Rocket, and then maybe we'll do the gym. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. But this week, we're just going to try and knock out all of the surrounding stuff so we can get to the real meaty stuff next week. But let's start off. We've got a roll we've got to do, so let's do that real quick. Roll 37, which is... Let's look. Oh, man, with the... Oh, wait, well, but that's in Lavender Town, right? So that's okay. Roll 37 states, you must avoid all non-essential trainer battles in this area. Which isn't really... It's basically a free space because I believe that the Pokemon Tower is a separate area. Let me confirm that. Yes, Pokemon Tower is its own area, so really that means nothing to us. It's pretty much a free space at that point, so that works out all right. We can't go into Pokemon Tower just yet. I mean, we could. We can go into Pokemon Tower. But we can't see ghosts yet. And so we're going to hold off on Pokemon Tower until... We're going to do it in its own episode after we knock out the Celadon stuff, get the Sliff Scope and all that. You guys will notice we do have the Boulder on the team today. But before we jump into seeing him, we actually have to do another roll because we're on a brand new route again. Let me see. We are on Route 8. Actually, is Route 8 a new route? Do we have a roll for Route 8 already? Route 8. Does not appear that we do. Alright, so we're going to do another roll here. Let's take a quick... generate roll 39. A little close there for being random there. Okay, so roll 39 states for Route 8. This is another one kind of along the lines of what we had last episode. Roll 39 says you must flee from all wild encounters here except for the first encounter, so we do still get our chance to do a catch, and can't escape encounters. So if we can't flee from it for whatever reason, if Rule 38 in his effect, ignore it for this area. So Rule 38 states you may no longer, that's the region-wide rule we have that states you are no longer able to flee from wild encounters or use any repels. But this rule is going to supersede that rule for the purposes of this route, and so we are going to have to flee from everything but our first encounter. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. So let's, now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead here and let's take on some people. Fiver's back up front. Fiver's going to lead all the battles. We do have the Boulder with us, who is level 20. We caught him at level 20, so that's a pretty useful catch there. Not as much grinding required with that guy. So Fiver comes out. Let's go ahead. Let's paralyze. And then we'll switch into the Boulder to kind of see how he does. Ooh, Fiver going to sleep. That's less than ideal. Bring in the Boulder. Again, I said I didn't really do anything but since the last episode, so we've still got 3 heals in Lavender Town, which I'm gonna save as much as I can because we're obviously gonna have you know, Pokemon Tower and some other stuff going on there potentially, and frankly we don't have the luxury of wasting heals. So oh my gosh, with the Clefairy here hitting 5 times with a double slap, that's ridiculous. Alright, but the Boulder pretty well takes care of Clefairy there. About to send him Clefairy. We'll leave the Boulder in. He's brand new, and we gotta get him a little bit of stuff going. Growl comes at us. Rock Throw is gonna land. Not do a whole lot again, because obviously the Growl is lowering our attack. Should be able to 4-shot those still. Oop, you gotta hit though, Boulder. Gotta hit. There we go. Let's go for the Tackle. I don't want to waste any more Rock Throws here. There we go, hitting only twice, saving us a little bit of time. That works out nice. While we're jumping into this here, I'm going to be talking about this in... Ooh, waking up right away. Had a boy Boulder. I'm going to be talking about this in all of my episodes this week, for all of my different series, because there's not a lot of overlap between series. But I guess this is gonna be the first one, so it doesn't really matter to you guys. But what's gonna be happening, or what I want to know? I need you guys to give me some feedback here. Fiverr's asleep. Do I have an awakening? Might as well use it if we have it. We do not have an awakening. All right, so Fiverr's on his own. But I kind of want to get you guys' feedback because I've been talking to and listening to a lot of other people on YouTube lately, and I've always, for the longest time, I've been very strict about following my schedule. You know, every Monday is Poke Monday, and my, you know, Dicelocke comes out on Mondays. If it doesn't come out on Mondays, it's not coming out until the next week. Like, I'm very strict about my schedule, and I stick to it very, very stringently. And for me, oh gosh, okay, hold on. For me, that's something that I don't know. I feel like the consistency, people can count on it. It seems like something that would be a good thing. And lately, I'm a little over. Okay, so there's a couple of things here. I'm getting a little stressed out and overworked with YouTube, and not excessively, because I'm a very organized person, and so the schedule kind of helps me a bit. But at the same time, I'm kind of at a point where it's like, well, do we really, is this something we can continue doing in the long run? And I just think that maybe, I've talked to a lot of people lately, and a lot of people are giving up, you know, the stringent schedule sort of thing, you know, so that you can kind of put out episodes and record episodes as you feel inspired to do so, and that way, you know, it's not like, oh man, now I've got to do an episode for, you know, Time Shot or Dinosaurs or, you know, Dicelocke. If that's not the episode I really want to, you know, feel inspired to record. Like, for instance, pretty much since I recorded last week's episode, I've been dying to get in here and do another episode of Dicelocke. But I had Dinosaurs and Time Shot and UHC and Saturday and Subday and all this other stuff to get done with first, before I could actually, like, let myself have time to get in here and get with the Dicelocke, because I had so many other series that I'd committed to, like, okay, this series is coming out, you know, when. But here's the thing. I'm a pretty organized person. Okay, I need an episode of Dicelocke for Monday is very useful for me. I'm able to, you know, keep my time organized the way I need to in order to get that done. So, what I really want to say is, while I'm interested in potentially trying that strategy, what really is going to be the main determining factor is you guys. If you guys very much appreciate knowing Monday Dicelocke is going to be out, as opposed to, don't be dig, alright, perfect. As opposed to, you know, just seeing a video of mine pop up in your feed. And I would still try to do, like, okay, I generally am doing, I commit to, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be main series or something, let's say. But, you know, maybe if I'm feeling super inspired for Dicelocke, you know, Monday and Friday will be Dicelocke or something, let's say. And so I mean, I don't know what it'll end up being, but I would still try to give you, you know, a couple of episodes a week of whatever main series that I'm running at that point. And what I'm thinking is, if you guys are open to that, then maybe we would try that for maybe like a month and just see how it goes. I tried that, well, I didn't try that. Okay, so let's, does anybody have cut? Let me see. Let's see if anybody can learn cut. Sari can learn cut, and Morin can learn cut. I had it on Bottles, but Bottles is dead now. Let's see. Vine Whip, Tackle, Leech Seed, Poison. Okay, let's get rid of Tackle, and that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. We got a cut here. I want to go in and do our catch. But anyway, so I don't know if I explained that very well. I want to try and find the best way to do this, and I've done a very stringent schedule for a while now, and I'm just curious to see. A lot of people around me are going to this just record what you want to thing, and And so I wanna give it a shot. Okay, so here's the thing. This route is Route 8. You must flee from all wild encounters here except for first encounters, and can't escape encounters. So we have had a Pidgey, which means that Dupe Claws technically means we don't need to catch this Pidgeotto. But I feel like the Dupe Claws, we have to flee from all encounters except for first encounters. And even though we would say, okay, well, that one doesn't count, I don't know. We're going to catch this Pidgeotto, I think. It's a decent level. We don't have a flyer yet at the moment. I guess even though Dupe's Claws would say we don't have to, my Dupe's Claws doesn't say I can't. And based on the roll of this route, I'm kind of leaning towards Pikachu's kind of a high level. What do we potentially have here? Let's throw Techno out and see what Techno can do. I'm sure you can take a hit from Pidgeotto. Yeah, beautiful. Alright, so let's throw a Water Gun up, see what that does for us. Nice, nice, I'll take it. So yeah, Pidgeotto's fully paralyzed. Throw one bubble up. So yeah, anyway, to the topic at hand. I'm curious to hear what you guys think, because I'm as curious as I am to, like, well, what, I hear a lot of people going to this, just kind of record what you want to and don't get tied up in the schedule. The thing is, I don't really record series that I don't enjoy doing, and I mean, sure, there are times where I'm not feeling inspired in a particular series. Not so much this one, because obviously it's more of a story-based thing, so it's not really that hard for me to get in here and do these episodes. But, it more applies to, like, my Minecraft series. You want to give a nickname to Pidgeotto? Yes. We're going to name this Pidgeotto... We're going to name it Garrus. I've been feeling inspired by Mass Effect lately. I really want to get back and play a run-through of those games. So we're going to name this guy Garrus. They both have similar head frills. So we'll go there. We got Garrus the Pidgeotto, transfer to PC. Awesome. Awesome. But yeah, so anyway, I could go either way on it, and so I would love to get your guys' feedback on, do you guys really enjoy the consistency of, every Monday you're getting a Pokemon episode? Because I know, again, there's not a lot of overlap between my series, so I feel like if, are you guys really watching your sub feeds for me, or do you just know to show up on Mondays and get a Pokemon episode? I don't know how you guys function. If the schedule thing is really important to you guys, I won't even budge on it, because it's not a big issue with me. Like, I could go either way on it. I don't need to switch it up. I just think it would be interesting to give it a shot, even for just a month or whatever. And so but I'm not gonna do it if you guys are like, nah, I really do like knowing this particular day of the week I'm getting one of your episodes for this particular series. Just let me know. I'm looking for feedback here, so give me that feedback. And if I haven't explained it well enough, which is very possible, you guys know me, I kind of get going and I kind of lose track of everything I'm saying. I think even in one of my episodes last week I was under, it might have been the Pokemon episode last week, I said, sometimes I get, caught up, and I don't finish a sentence or whatever, and I was going to continue with what I was doing earlier in the series, and then I immediately got distracted and didn't continue that thought. I think I ended the episode or something. It was like, as I was editing, I'm like, did I really just do that? Holy cow, that's terrible. Yikes, and that was really bad. Alright, we'll get Fiber back out here. I forgot about Double Kick. I was just thinking, oh, Loon is a low level. She could use the experience. But yeah, so give me that feedback, and if I confuse the crap out of you guys, just ask me questions in the comments. You guys know I'm pretty good about, at least I try to be pretty good about responding those in a timely fashion. Sometimes I get to them right away. Sometimes it takes me a day or two to get back to it, but usually I try to get to it as quickly as I can. Will Torch change Pokemon? Yes. I didn't see what it was, but Saria could use some experience, so let's bring Saria out. Nidorina. Alright, let's go for the Leech Seed. Now, I wonder, did they, in first gen, have they added the mechanic where poison can't be poisoned yet? I'm gonna try that, just for curiosity's sake. Yeah, I figured, I know, like, they've, over the years, added those kinds of functionality, and it's like, now, electric types can't be paralyzed, and things like that. So, let's try for Cut. Critical hit, alright, I'll take it. Not very effective. Looking good. Nidorina. I think this might be the first Nidorina we've seen. It's been so... I didn't. My brother had Pokemon Yellow when we were growing up, and I played through it once. I had mono, or I was homesick for like a week or something, and so I played through his Pokemon Yellow version in like a week. And I don't know if I've ever played the game since then, which might be evident. You guys, as I was on SSN desperately looking for a bed to sleep in or something. I haven't played these games a whole lot. I had red version or whatever, but alright. Let's attack her. Meowth's so cute. Meow, 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 meow. Meow mix, please deliver. Meow mix, give me liver. Now, what was it? I want chicken, I want liver. Meow mix, please deliver. There we go. That's the jingle. We've got it now. Alright. Let's Thunder Wave the Meowth here. Meowth is fully paralyzed, which is fantastic. Let's switch. Oh, everybody's level 25 now. Perfect. What do we got? We've got the grass gym coming up in Celadon at some point. So let's bring Morden out. Morden can get going here. I was watching, I think I mentioned, I was watching Fabe's episode. Fabe's a fellow time shotter on my Minecraft server, and he also is doing a Pokemon Yellow run. I watched his most recent episode. He was doing Victory Road, and just in Victory Road at level 45, his Charizard learned Flamethrower. So we definitely need to pop in into Celadon here, and hopefully they've got either at the casino or in the department store. Hopefully we're able to find a what's what change Pokemon with no. Morton can use some experience. It's fine. Ooh, going for the Screech. That's slightly disconcerting. Ooh. Didn't mean to dig again, but either way, we'll kill Meowth. That'll be fine. There we go, Morgan to level 26. Beautiful! But yeah, finding a Fire-type move in Celadon is going to potentially be critical. Because I don't... With all of our healing issues and stuff, I don't know that we can afford for him to have such a crappy stab move for, like, the rest of the game, basically. I don't know if he'll survive to Victory Road or level 46 or whatever it was, if that ends up being the case. Alright, okay, so Morden went up. Let's get Techno in here. Although Techno's going to be the most worthless person in the grass gym, probably, but that's okay. That's alright. We'll shake things up here a little bit. I'd love to get Luna some experience here, but fortunately she's injured. I might have a potion. Let's leave Techno in. Let me take a second here, so I'm sure he can take any hits that this thing's got. Oh, I don't have any potions on me. Yikes! I need to. Is there a Pokemon in Lavender? I don't think there is. Alright, anyway, back to the game here. Talking a lot about item organization and stuff. Let's kill Pokemon, that's why we're here. Ooh, it survived, that's disappointing. Get that bite going. That bite would have been really useful in Pokemon Tower if it was a dark move. But to send me out, we will definitely switch. Let's bring in Sari, get her the experience. Alright, just go for the Vine Whip, see what that does for us. Oh yeah, not bad. Not bad. And a girl, Sari. Let's get the Vine Whip going. Perfect. Meowth goes down. Let's about to use Nidoran. We'll stay in. We can make that work. Let's throw the Leech Seed up. Get the cut going. Not very effective. Not very effective. Not very effective. This route's taking a while. Yikes. I didn't anticipate, anticipated, like, having to have trouble filling up the episode if we weren't going to be doing Team Rocket and stuff, but I guess this route is pretty packed with trainers. This is the 6th trainer we've done on this route, so I guess it is a pretty meaty one, and we caught a new Pidgeotto, which will actually be pretty useful probably in that gym, assuming it has a flying attack. If not, I guess we still have resistance we can take care of, but alright, so there we go. I think there's still some guys on this route, isn't there? What's up here? Nope. This old geezer we can battle. Oop, he got me. He got me! I'm down! Alright, so yeah, we'll take this guy out. Let's see what he's got. He's got Poliwags. Alright, that'll be good. That'll be good. Let's get Sari out here for that. Sari with, well, pretty much all the grass types in this game are also poison types. Which is kind of odd. Why did that end up happening? I mean, I guess they just didn't really think about it a whole lot. I know, well, you've got Tangela, who's a grass type. Is there any other grass type in this game that isn't also a poison type? Because the whole Bulbasaur line is, Oddish is, Bellsprout is. What other grass types were in Gen 1? I feel like that's basically it. Well, Exeggutor. I guess you got Exeggutor. What was coming out? Poliwag? But anyway, Sari will at least have resistances to everything they've got, and we can use Cut or something maybe. Maybe see if we can't find a TM that'll be useful either in our bag or in one of the shops for Sari at the gym. But yeah, she'll be a good backup, at least as resistance, and then we've got the Poliwhirl. Yeah, we'll take out Poliwhirl. Sari's able to take that. I really need Mega Drain though, man. When's Mega Drain kick in? Because I could just be draining these suckers dry, and then Sari could go on forever. As long as she's got PP at least. Alright, Sari got level 26, beautiful. So our 3 starters are all level 26 and above. I guess 4 starters. Luna still needs a bit, Boulder still needs a bit, but Boulder's not going to be useful in the gym. And, oh, another trainer! I thought there was another guy over here. Or up here somewhere. Alright. Oh man, he's got 4 Pokemon though. Yikes! I guess we'll call it a day once we get to Celadon at this point. And we'll do... Yeah, so we'll probably spend next episode doing... ooh, I'm just letting Fiverr take all the experience, I guess. We'll probably spend next episode doing Team Rocket. I think they cut... Well, no, because we can get to the gym as soon as we can use Cut. So we might do... So yeah, that's what we'll do. Next episode, we will do... we'll do Celadon. Like we'll go do the department store, that kind of stuff, and then we'll do the gym, because the gym will be quicker than Team Rocket will be. So we'll lump those 2 together, and then we'll do Team Rocket the episode after that. So we'll take a couple of episodes to do Celadon still. Magnemite, we'll bring Morden in. Go for that dig. Magnemite use Tackle. Beautiful. Good job, Morden. Morden doing work. Yeah, that's probably how it'll end up working out. Alright, so this takes us to Sapphire, or Saffron. Department store in Celadon has a great selection. Fantastic. So let's head to Celadon here, and we will probably heal. Where does the Pokemon appeared near Celadon City? Probably. Is this still Route 8? Is this Route 8? Where are we? Route 7. Now, have I done a roll for Route 7? Does not appear that I have. Okay, so we've got to do another roll real quick. So let's generate here. Roll 24. Roll 24 states. Okay. Let's see. This must be what we had in Rock Tunnel. Is that right? Yeah, roll 24 in Rock Tunnel. So Route 7 says, roll 24. Pick a random Pokemon in your party. You may not use that Pokemon in this area unless it is your sole party member, temporarily depositing other Pokemon. Yeah, so we have to randomize. So let's go 1 to 6. One of these Pokemon cannot be used in this area. Pokemon number 4, which I believe is going to be Techno. Let's take a quick look. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, we can't use Techno on this route. So that doesn't really affect a whole lot. We probably won't be spending a lot of time grinding here anyway, but we do have a catch. So let's go ahead and do that. We've got a Pidgey. We don't have any rolls in effect limiting our fleeing from encounters or anything like that. In fact, we can't flee from encounters here because of the other rules that are in effect. But the Dupe's Clause states we don't need Pidgey. We get 2 more encounters to find something useful. Ooh, Abra. Level 19. Okay. We have a Great Ball, right? Let's give it a shot. Come on. Oh, no! Dang it! Ever use Teleport. Alright. Well, crap. I think that's going to be it for today, guys. I think that would have been awesome. It's level 19. We have a rare candy. If we had caught that guy, we could have popped a rare candy on him, gotten a Kadabra. We wouldn't have known Confusion at that rate, though, unfortunately. Oh! Oh, I thought the game stopped me and that Team Rocket guy was going to come running at me. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. We made it to Celadon. Next episode, I was I'm kind of surprised by how long that route took, but next episode we will definitely be taking on Celadon. In fact, let's do the roll right now just to be safe, so that we don't forget. Oh wait, no, this needs to be through to 40, right? So we'll generate, roll 15. Okay, so oh crap. Roll 15 in Celadon states. Let me scroll down to Celadon. All right. Roll 15 in Celadon states. Toggle the battle style between switch and set. Toggle the battle style between switch and set, which means this is usually something I probably would have messed with before anyway, but set, which means that when we're in battle, if a trainer has more than one Pokemon, we don't get a warning like, oh, they're about to send out Rattata. Will you switch Pokemon? We don't get a free switch there. So we'll kill a Pokemon and they'll just send out their next one, and then if we want to bring in a new Pokemon, we've got to bring in a new Pokemon waste a turn, which also limits our ability to do, well, we'll have some instances where Pokemon will share experience, I guess. Well, pretty much everybody. If we want to bring in a new Pokemon, they're going to share experience with the Pokemon before them. But whatever, that's not too terrible. Hopefully that doesn't become a big issue. I don't anticipate that it will. We got a lot of grunts and a lot of grass types in this city, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm not too worried about it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. Make sure to leave me that feedback, guys, on if you are really tied into the schedule, or if you guys would be interested in seeing, you know, a little more freeform on the channel. And you know, that might mean for some series, probably not this one. Like I said, this one's a little easier for me to just jump into and record, as opposed to, or feel inspired to record. Like, I'm pretty excited to get into the gym and do some of that other stuff. But, you know, some of the other schedules. But so, with the understanding that you might have more than one episode a week, you might have less than one episode a week. I'm not going to be like, okay, I need to have at least one dinosaur. It doesn't matter what day it comes up on, but like I'm gonna try to be a little more freeform. Be like, okay, so what do I want to record today, and we'll record that and put it up. But we'll just see. We'll just see how it goes, because I want to get your guys' feedback on it first. Because if you guys are really committed, like you really love the schedule, you one of the things you really like about my channel is that you can consistently count on seeing an episode up on a particular day, then we won't even bother trying it. But I want that feedback from you guys, so make sure to give me that feedback. And any other comments, likes, etc. that you guys want to give me, fantastic. But yeah, anyway, I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. Make sure those likes, comment, subscription for me, guys, and I'll see you all back here next time. Alrighty, guys, have a good one.